Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is AnaJolene and I'm the author of the Glorium Sea series, the Moonrise Beach series, and the new Heartbreaker series. So in this video, I have the second part of my Hobonichi haul. If you guys missed the first one, which is a much larger haul and unboxing, go ahead and check out that video. The stuff that I am going to share with you today is just a few extras that I felt like I wanted to pick up after the fact. So I have a few items here and we are going to set up one of the items, this thing right here. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So I guess let's get started with the haul. Now, unfortunately, I didn't really do like a whole unboxing for it just because for this one right here, I did need to set it up right away, and so I think I did like unwrap it in my Rosy Life Planner setup video. I initially put that in here, but I actually switched it out after and I moved the Rosy Life Planner into a different Hobonichi cover, so maybe I will share that at a later time. But this is one of the covers that I got from Hobonichi after the fact. So this is the A5 Sasha Kiora. This is the Liberty Fabrics design for this year, or 2026 rather. And you guys know that in my first haul, I picked up the Stoppo, the small drawer pouch, as well as the Hobonichi Weeks with this pattern. I knew that I would definitely have FOMO if I didn't pick it up in at least one of the covers, and so I picked it up in the A5 size. They do have a smaller A6 version as well too. So I picked up this cover and also the clear cover on cover that is on it. And then the other thing that I picked up were two of these lined notebooks. So Hobonichi started doing lined versions. I'll show you what this one looks like. So I got the A5 version, which is in here already, and then also the A6. So it has a blue cover, which I think matches this pretty well, and then this is what it looks like on the inside. So it is lined. They do have blank versions and then obviously the original grid. If you look closely, you can kind of see that there are little like tick marks on the line. So I thought initially that it would bother me. However, I have started using the line version in here already, and I'm using this as my writing notebook. So if you guys don't know, I am a romance author and I have two books that I need to write. Usually I do my writing in my moleskin. I used to use like the large hardcover ruled moleskins, and I use that for more than 20 years. However, now that I've gotten into fountain pens the last couple of years, I want to write my books with fountain pens, and the moleskin paper is not super fountain pen friendly, and so I decided to try out the Tomoe River paper from Hobonichi as the lined notebook instead of the grid, because I'm going to be writing a lot in here. I always kind of struggled with the Hobonichi grid because it's a little bit small for me, to be honest, so that's why I don't use it as my main journal. I use Traveler's notebooks, both in the standard size and the Passport instead, because like I said, my handwriting is a little bit, like, it's not large, I guess you can say it's like more medium size, and so the small grid of the Hobonichi sometimes was just too small for me to write in. But I decided to try out the line version and I really like it. So I can kind of show you my setup in here. So this is what it looks like in the A5 size. So I discovered that I really like using the line version, so I started writing my new book in here, and I have like quite a few pages that I've already written. I set this up like last week or so, and I've already written most of my outline. I'm almost done it, so I can start writing the first draft, and I'll write my first draft in this notebook as well. But yeah, I really like it. The paper is super smooth. It's white compared to like the Hobonichi Weeks, which is kind of like cream, so I really like that about it. I find that fountain pens work really well on this paper. Currently I am using these three pens in this notebook. So these are all TWSBIs. These two right here are the Diamond 580s. I have the Smoke and Rose Gold with a medium nib, and that's actually what I'm using right now to write my outline. Inside I have a permanent black ink, which is all waterproof, and it is Platinum Carbon Black. This one I ink up with a blue ink because I do color code, so anytime I'm making notes, I use a blue ink, and then my actual writing of like the book is in black. And this pen that I'm using is the same thing, it's just in the white and rose gold, but this one has a fine nib, and I have it inked up with Pilot Iroshizuku Tsukiyo, which is one of my all-time favorite inks. The other pen that I use for headers is a TWSBI Eco. This one is the lilac color, and this is actually a 1.1 stub nib, so it's a thicker nib. I actually put shimmer ink in here. This one is Ferris Wheel Press Sugar and Spite, and that's what I use for my headers. So notes for this one in blue, black is my actual writing for the book, and then headers go with a little thicker line, so I use a stub. So I'm not going to show you the pages because I'm still working on the book and I don't want to reveal any spoilers, but I have set my system up in this cover from Hobonichi, and I really love it. So first off, I have one of the Hobonichi pencil boards. This one is the Yumi Kirigishi. I also have it for the A6 and the Weeks, but today I'm gonna be using this one in here, and then the other A6 for this one. And then in here I actually have two notebooks. So the first notebook here in the front is to house my notes for my outline. So whenever I'm outlining a book like I am now, I do have kind of like a blueprint. So I keep that in here in one of these Hobonichi Week size mini like notebooks. It's like the memo. So I have one in there to use as only for reference. And then the other one I use here at the back, and this is for notes for any future books. So any book ideas for future books, or for example the next book that I'm writing in this series, which will be the last book. So I'm gonna put all my ideas for that book in here, so that when it's time for me to write that book, I will have this handy, and then I can transfer it into the actual pages. I have these really large sticky notes. These are A6 size. I got these off of Amazon, and I use them in here. They're really handy if you want to make notes. I like them because they come in different colors, and one of the reasons why I like the A5 size is because I can like write this way, put it down on this way, and then write, or I can make it like this. So it's kind of nice. I also have these post-it note tabs which have like the name of my books there, so I'll be adding more as I go on. And then I also have these Avery tabs. These are like the iridescent ones. They come in like different sizes, so I will use these to mark down like my first draft, my outline, any research notes, my editor's notes, things like that. And then I also have these page flags. These are available in my shop, and again for the same reason, to tab up the pages here. The other thing that I have in here is this. This is a blotting sheet or blotting paper. This is from Esterbrook and the Coffee Monsters Co. So you can see I've been using that so that it picks up any excess ink. So that is what I've been using in here. It's my setup, which I've been really loving at the moment. I find that because I'm so excited to write in here every day, I'm getting a lot of work done. So that is my Hobonichi setup. I'm sorry that I couldn't do it on camera. I just had to get started on writing my book. So I've been using that for the past couple of weeks. Today though, I want to set up this little guy. So this is the A6 size. It's the same notebook, but I want to use this as my morning pages. So I used to be pretty good at doing morning pages a few years back, but then my mom passed away, and that's when I kind of like stopped journaling altogether, and I really fell out of the habit of doing my morning pages. So now that some time has passed and I'm pretty good at keeping up with all of my other journals, I feel like I want to get back into doing morning pages again. So I chose a small size like the Hobonichi A6 because I think that it'll be easy to work with. Again, I've been really enjoying the lined notebooks more so than the grid lately, and I have already a lot of covers for the A6 size from Hobonichi, so I can switch in and out as I please. So today is the day before Halloween, so there's a couple days left in October. So I actually want to start this in November, so I'm thinking that, you know, maybe I can hopefully get this all set up to start using by November 1st. One of the reasons why I also chose a lined as opposed to like a dated techo, it's because I don't want a day per page. I want to be able to write as many pages as I want, and also I didn't want the quotes. The other big reason why I chose this is because I kind of want this to start now. I want it to kind of go from like birthday to birthday rather than from like January to February, if you know what I mean. So that's why I am starting this now instead of waiting for January. So this is going to go in here. I also have this pencil board too, which is from a previous year. I think it's also really cute, so I might use one of those. I am choosing to go with this cover for this journal. This is the A6 Hobonichi Search and Collect cover. I just love it. I think it looks so classy, and I think it'll match quite nicely with this as well. So I will put that in here. And then, let's see, I want to actually set up for November. So what I've done is I've pulled these sticker packs from my shop, and I'm going to choose one of them to decorate for November. So November is still fall here where I live, so I chose these PT stickers. These are actually in the last chance section of my shop, so they are discounted currently. I do have a limited supply of these left, but you can also add on like the code on top of it so that you can get an extra discount. So these are once again in the sales section of my shop if you are interested. So I have this one which has like kind of like a red theme. This one's more orange, and I have this one here which has more pumpkins, and then this one is more of like the beige color way. So these are all fall. And then I also chose some vintage ephemera. These again are all available in my shop. I just chose colors that I think may work for the setup. So I pulled those. Again, all of these papers and stickers are available in the sales section of my shop. And then I also pulled these scripts. These are the medium size script stickers from my shop, and this is on transparent matte sticker paper. So I'm going to do like maybe a title page and decorate in here so that I can start using it for November, which is in a couple of days. So this is the pen. Actually, these two. These two are the pens that I want to use for this month. Usually at the beginning of each month, I do pick out my pens and inks. So if you are interested in seeing what pens and inks I'm going to be using for November, check out my Currently Ink video. So these two pens are some of the pens that I've inked up. This is the Winter White Esterbrook SD, and I have it inked up with Sailor Shikiori Hana Konmuri. And then this is my newest Kaweco Sport. This is the pink color. This is a discontinued pink color, so it's kind of hard to find now. And I have it inked up with Jacques Arbon Terre de Faux. So those are kind of like peachy, ready inks. I can kind of show you what it looks like. I'm showing you this because I want to choose a sticker kit that will match it. So here is my Currently Ink journal. You can see that this is this one right here. It's kind of like a pinky brownie color, and then this one's kind of like a reddy pink. So I want to see like which sticker kit will kind of match with these. These ones I think are too orange. This one has like a little of that burgundy. I think this matches this better. Let's open it up and see. I think I want to use this. let me double check. I do have other ones here, but I think these ones are more like pastel. And I really want to go with like an autumnal theme because it's really cold now. And the leaves are starting to fall here, so. These are the stickers. These are PT clear stickers. Again, die cut stickers. So again, if you're interested, you can find them in my shop. Yeah, I think these will work because the colors match the Terre de Faux quite well. So I think I'm gonna go with this one. I just have to decide which of these I wanna use. Maybe we'll put one of the girls, kind of like this window setup. I'm gonna put these to the side. And then there's some florals. There's another girl here. Maybe I'll use one of these other girls too. I like this cat as well. Okay, hold on, let me see. Let's put this away and take out my actual journal. So what I'm gonna do is skip this page. We'll go and start here. And I'm gonna make a title page here. So let's start by taking some of my paper. So this is slightly smaller than the A6 size. And I'm just gonna rip it. So I think I'm gonna do like a title page for each month, just like the original A6 Techo. And then I'd have these washi stickers. These are date stickers from my shop, and I have them for the full year. So what I'm gonna do is use these date stickers to add in the dates, rather than having like a dated one. So these are the ones that I pulled. I kind of want like them to go like this. Which is better, this one or this girl? Kind of like this girl. And then there's some florals. Maybe I'll put that one up here. I kind of want to add a little bit more. You can do a little bit of layering with a few of these items. I'm just going to play around a little bit, so bear with me as I go into my collage process here. I really enjoy collaging because it's quite therapeutic. I also have some of these stickers that I can use. So maybe I'll use this one at the bottom here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go like this. Something like that, we'll see. So let me just move it off to the side. I have some blue tape here, so I'm gonna start to paste all of these down now. And I'm not going to limit myself to like one page per day. According to the morning pages like theory, technically they ask for like 3 pages, but of course that will depend on what size journal you're in. In this case, I'm in a smaller one. I think for me, I'm just gonna write for however long I want. So I'm gonna start adding these all down. And the A6 size is nice because I don't find it like super big. So it's perfect for these stickers. So which one should I go for? The oval or this one? I think the oval looks a little bit better. And that one has a little bit of foil to it. Okay, so lastly, I am just going to use the November script. And I will just add it there. Okay, so I think that is what my title page is going to look like. And then for the rest of these stickers, I think I'm going to decorate the rest of these pages. Oh gosh, I'm going to put this here because I think it's so sweet. Okay, so I'll put this one here, little kitten. And then let's already start to put down the date stickers. So I don't know if I will be doing this daily. We'll see how it goes, but I'm gonna start off with November 1. And these are really thin stickers, so they won't bulk up the book too much. All right. So I'm going to put these stickers in my journal so I can continue to use them. Let's put the actual book inside my cover. And I like to tuck it in like that. I may decorate the front here and then maybe do like a quote or something on this page. But yeah, I think I'm going to put this pen in here. So this is going to be my morning pages. We'll start on November 1st with my pen, and then I will kind of go back and forth between these two colors just for fun. So that is my little quick setup of my new morning pages journal. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Again, if you're interested in seeing my larger Hobonichi haul, go ahead and check out my other video. I will leave a link to it. If you guys are interested in these sticker packs or these scripts, even these guys, the date numbers, once again, you guys can use the code SAVE10 to save 10% off. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.